going?
Over to the Y to trap my submarine in the swimming pool.
I thought you were going to put that in the bathtub.
I tried it, but the bathtub isn't good for submarines.
If you ask me, the bathtub isn't good for anything. Gee, look at all this wild puddle.
Have fun. Look at all this wild puddle. It's very interesting, you know. They walk all the way to the Y in the pouring rain, stepping in every puddle, and I can't get that kid near a bathtub without a gun in his back.
Well, girl, I think I'll go up to my room. It's a great morning for a nice long nap.
Well, that's a good idea. Get a lot of sleep so you can stay awake tonight.
What does that mean?
It means you had one of your nightmares. You talked in your sleep last night.
Oh, did I do that again?
Yeah, I could hear you all the way down to my room. It was very disturbing.
What did I say?
I couldn't quite make out. That's what was so disturbing.
I'll try to speak up next time.
Okay. Ooh, what was that?
What was what?
Felt like it was water in my head. The roof is leaking again.
Oh, for
dear.
heaven's sake.
It'll ruin my new kitchen.
Oh.
Pull the rug back.
Pull it down.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Good heavens.
Oh, why does the roof have to leak every time it rains?
I guess it's because sunshine isn't very leaky.
Oh, honestly.
Lucy, what are you doing?
There's another one. What do you think I'm doing? I'm holding up the ceiling. Oh. Put the bowl over there.
Okay, here.
I don't understand it. I just had the roof fixed.
Maybe some of the shingles blew. Hey, wait a minute, Lucy. How could the roof be leaking between the first and second floor?
The bathtub.
Sure, must have left the water running.
We gotta go turn it off. Oh, honestly.
What do you know? You really were holding up the ceiling.
Hurry up, Viv.
I'm hurrying as fast as I can. Mixing plaster isn't exactly like making a cake, you know. I still don't know why we're doing this. Amateurs just shouldn't attempt a job like this.
All right, now, Mr. Peterson told us he charged $40 for this job.
But we don't know a doodly squirt about plastering.
Okay, Viv, it was your son who let the bathtub run over, so you pay the $40.
You know, the more you talk, the more we know about plastering.
I thought you'd see it my way.
No, Lucy, if you ever give up your career in plastering, you'd take up blackmailing.
Never mind.
Okay, it's ready. My opinion, which isn't worth anything, it's ready.
That looks pretty good.
Pretty good. It looks so delicious, it's all I can do to keep from licking the bowl.
Oh, come on.
Ready?
Yeah. Which one of these things do I use?
Oh, why don't you just use the biggest one? I don't know.
All right. All righty, Viv. I'm not going to eat it. You better keep stirring that or it'll get hard.
Oh, Lucy, my arm is tired.
Well, you've got to keep stirring. I don't know how much more I'll need.
Okay. I'll use your electric mixer.
Don't you dare! Well, let's see now.
Boy, the floor will never leak.
No.
Ah.
There. Oh, nice going, Viv.
What did I do?
Well, obviously you put too much water in it.
Well, I can't imagine how that happened. I used an old recipe of my grandmother's.
All right, let's not get nasty. Just put in some more plaster.
Okay, come on, try this.
Okay. All right. You stir it enough?
If I stir it any more, it'll turn to butter.
All right, come on. Give me some more. A little bit more. Yeah, that's enough.
Okay. There you go.
Thank you.
Now, that does it right. I'm going to turn in my union card.
Well, it better be right, girl.
Boy, I know why plasters make so much money. They have to take so much abuse.
Well, here goes. That should do it.
Oh, congratulations, Lucy. Michelangelo couldn't have done any better than that.
Don't let it hear you. You just saved $40. Come on, let's clean up this mess. You take those buckets out.
Okay.
Don't slam that door, girl. Well, there you are. How about that, Mr. Mooney?
Excellent. That's a beautiful job. You know, when you told me you were going to repair your ceiling yourself, I thought you'd lost your mind. But I was wrong. That looks splendid. You know, Peterson would charge a fortune for that.
He did.
Peterson did that?
Yes, but before you look at the bill, I want to tell you something. Come here.
No.
Now, look, Mrs. Bagley's taking a nap in the living room, so when you yell at me, would you please yell quietly?
Now, why would I yell at you?
Well, every time I show you a bill, you yell at me. It's tradition with us. So here, go ahead, yes.
Mrs. Carmichael. What was that for?
Well, I thought you were going to yell. It was sort of a leftover flinch.
Why should I yell? This is perfectly clear cut. Since it was her son who let the water overflow in the bathtub, this bill will have to be paid by Mrs. Bagley.
Oh, well, I'm afraid you don't know Mrs. Bagley. She has a strange quirk. She thinks the landlord should pay for all repairs.
Well, Mrs. Carmichael, I am not going to give you the money out of your trust fund to pay for this bill. Either Mrs. Bagley pays it as she is obligated to do, or you raise her rent. Now, you just go right in there and tell her.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Well, somebody's got to tell her.
Okay, you go in and tell her and let me know what she says.
Very well. I'll go and tell her. Oh, no, you. Oh, no, you should do it after all. You are the landlord.
Well, you're the executor of my trust fund.
All right, we'll go and face her together after you. Mrs. Carmichael.
Well, it doesn't make no sense. You don't believe things I... You don't believe me? Ask Lucy. Yeah, Lucy, that's exactly what she thought. It didn't make no difference to me, though, one way or another.
She's having a dream, and I hate to interrupt. Let's come back when she's awake.
Now.
That a boy Sherman. There's my boy Sherman. Make it, does it?
Viv, honey.
What, huh? Hey, oh.
Viv. Huh.
Oh, hi, Lucy.
Hi, dear. I want to ask you a little something, honey.
Yeah, what is it?
You wouldn't want me to raise your rent, would you?
No, I wouldn't. Good night.
Well, I asked her.
Yep. Mrs. Bagley.
Oh, Mr. Mooney. Oh, what are you doing here?
Mrs. Bagley, as of the 1st of the month, your rent will be increased 20% to cover the cost of repairs for the kitchen ceiling.
Oh, no. The landlord is supposed to pay for all repairs.
Yes, she's right, Mr. Mooney. Go back to sleep, honey.
Let me put it this way, Mrs. Bagley. You have a choice. Either you will pay the increase, or I'm afraid I will have to have you evicted.
Evicted?
From the Latin evictus. Meaning to be asked to leave the premises, by force if necessary.
But, Mr. Mooney!
Business is business. Well, Mrs. Bagley, what do you say?
Fooey.
Fooey?
From the Latin, fooey. Meaning that's what you think. I have a lease.
She's right, Mr. Mooney. She's got a lease. Sorry to bother you, dear. Go back to sleep, honey.
Just a minute. If you will read that lease, you will find that it says, and I quote, when landlord makes property improvements, landlord has right to raise tenant's rent.
He's right, Viv, dear, and if you'll stop to think about it, I haven't ever raised your rent in all these years. Ever.
No, you haven't.
No.
Because the rent was so high when we started, you didn't dare charge more for that crummy little room.
Crummy little room? Why, you've had the use of the whole crummy house.
The whole house. You were right the first time.
Well.
I thought you were a friend of mine, but you're nothing but a landlord.
Well, you're nothing but a tenant.
Is that so?
Yes, that's so.
Ladies, please. Now, Mrs. Carmichael, will you get the lease so we can act civilized about throwing her out?
Well, I don't exactly have the lease.
I have the lease. I'll be very happy to get it. Pardon me, please.
What? And just why don't you have a copy of the lease?
Well, we only bought one. We were both going to live in the same house. We didn't see any use in wasting 50 cents.
Here we are.
May I? Now, let's see. Ah, yes. Here we are. In event lessor improves, remodels, or repairs premises, lessor has the right to increase rent of lessee. Further, at lessee's option, all past rents paid by lessee to lessor for 5 years from the date of this contract may be applied as down payment toward purchase of premises herein described, and further, oh, good grief.
What does that mean?
That means that if I desire, as of now, I can own this house.
You wouldn't.
I am the lessee, and I so desire.
But you wouldn't take my own house away from me.
Oh, Mrs. Bagley, that is a little high-handed.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Mooney, but business is business.
But what about me?
Oh, I'll be happy to have you stay on as tenant.
A tenant?
At the same rent that I've been paying, plus 20%. Oh, now, of course, if you don't care to do that, I can always kick you out.
Kick me out.
Goodbye, Mr. Mooney. I'm so glad that you dropped in to read to us.
Well, Mr. Mooney, I hope you're satisfied. I just can't believe it. We've lived together for 5 years, and now she does a thing like this to me. I want my house back.
No,
It's
don't
my
cry.
house, I want my
Don't
house.
cry. Crying isn't going to do anything.
Well, I don't like that.
Wait a minute. Did you say 5 years?
Yes, 5 years with that viper in my bosom.
She has been living here for 5 years, and the lease is for 5 years. Maybe the lease has expired. What was the date you signed it?
Why,
Think.
see, why, I know it was near somebody's birthday because, yeah, we went to the dime store and we went there to buy candles and we saw these leases, so we decided to buy one and sign it so that it would make everything legal, you know, so that even though we're good friends, nothing could ever happen. That's a laugh, isn't it?
That's a laugh. Now,
What?
the date.
What date?
The date. Whose birthday was it?
Oh, it was, I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No.
Birthday cake? Cake? Was there a cake?
Yeah, there was a cake.
There was a cake?
Yeah.
Ah, and what did it say on the cake?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to...
Happy birthday to... I don't know.
Oh, happy birthday. Candle. Birthday party. There was a party.
Yeah, there was a party.
There was a party.
Yeah, there was a party.
And you were there.
Yeah, I was there.
And a lot of people were there.
Yeah, there were a lot
Everybody
of people,
there.
a lot of candles.
And you bought the candles
Yeah,
to
we
put on the
had-
cake. And you
yeah.
lighted the candles.
Yeah, we
and
had
they were
a lot
on
of
the cake.
candles. They were
And
on
the
the
cake
cake.
was all bright.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
can you see the cake?
Yes, I can see the cake.
Good.
Yeah.
And on the cake it says,
Happy birthday to... baby. Sherman!
Sherman!
Sherman, it was Sherman's birthday.
Sherman's birthday.
Yeah, it was Sherman.
When is Sherman's birthday?
Day after tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
And when did you sign the lease?
5 years ago.
5 years ago. I mean, when did you sign the lease in relation to Sherman's birthday?
Oh, it was right after the party.
Look, wait.
What?
Wait, we've got it.
What?
If Sherman's birthday is day after tomorrow,
Yeah.
that means the lease is good for 2 more days. Now, if I know Mrs. Bagley, and I'm afraid I'm beginning to, she will be at the escrow department of the bank at 10:01 tomorrow morning, exercising her option.
Well, we're not going to let her do that.
Well, I'm afraid I can't stop her if she has that lease clutched in her greedy little hands.
You mean if she didn't have that lease, she couldn't take my house away?
That's right, she wouldn't have any proof.
Oh.
That is the most evil-sounding oh-ho I have ever heard.
Now, there's got to be a way to swipe that lease from her before tomorrow morning.
Mrs. Carmichael, swiping is illegal.
I don't care. I'm not going to sit by and watch her give Sherman this house for a birthday present. Now, we've got to find a way to get that lease away from her before tomorrow morning.
We? Just a minute. I am a man of integrity.
You are also the man who got me into this, which, by the way, I never intend to let you forget.
We must think of a way.
Come on, hurry up. Yeah, come on, give me the pole. Yeah. Okay, I got it. Come on. Shh. Quiet. Can you make it all right?
Yeah. Oh, is this a thing for a grown bank president to be doing?
Come on. Move. Careful.
I still think this is the craziest scheme I've ever heard of.
What's crazy about it? Maybe it'll work. You said you were an excellent fisherman.
Catching trout in a stream is one thing, but fishing for a lease with a magnet through a window is something else again.
Oh, come on.
Oh, reel it in. That's...
Oh, for heaven's sake, that magnet sticks to everything.
Yeah.
Hope it sticks to that lease. Oh, I can't get it off.
Huh?
No, you'll have to climb out there and get it off.
Me?
Yeah. Take it easy now. Take it easy. Don't make noises. Just come on. Hurry up. Oh, okay, thank you.
Are you sure she locked her bedroom door?
I am positive she put the lease in her pajama pocket, said goodnight with a sneer, and locked the door behind her.
Oh.
Apparently, she doesn't trust anybody.
Look,
What?
look. Are you certain the paper clip is still on the lease?
I saw it with my own eyes.
Don't rush me. Oh.
Take it easy. Be quiet.
she is, sleeping like a baby.
Yeah, baby Viper.
Over there? Isaac Walton, forgive me.
Try it again. That's what you're doing. Get way up and get the least. Wait. Do it. Fisherman you are. You do better with worms.
Well, it's a good night for it. They're certainly biting.
For heaven's sake, this time go after the lease, will you?
Oh, how would you like to try your luck?
Well, I couldn't do any worse.
All right. Congratulations. You've just caught the season's first striped bifocal.
You've got to get in there, get that string untangled, and get that lease. Hold on.
Oh, he's done, mate. Not to me. I couldn't care less, really, no.
She's talking in her sleep again.
Look at my pretty balloon.
That's very pretty, Viv.
What are you doing?
Now sneak inside her dream and talk her out of letting go of that lease. What else?
Oh, I was a fool for asking.
See the pretty balloon?
Viv, honey, can I have your balloon?
No, it's mine.
But it's such a pretty red balloon.
It's blue.
Anyone can see it's blue.
It's a very pretty blue balloon, Viv. Please give it to me.
No.
I'll tell you a little secret, Viv. All my life I've wanted a blue balloon.
Oh. I'll tell you a little secret.
What's that, honey?
I've been awake ever since you two came up on the roof.
Thing to do. What do you mean a terrible thing to do? What about that, huh?
How'd that get there?
Oh, calm now, Lucy.
Well, I was desperate. I was trying to get my house back.
I wasn't going to take your house. You're my best friend. I just said that because you were going to evict me.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I wasn't going to evict you, Viv.
No?
You're my best friend.
But I know it.
Ladies, before you exchange friendship rings, don't you think we ought to settle who is going to pay the bill for the kitchen ceiling?
We'll split the cost.
Okay.
Good idea.
3 ways.
3 ways? 3 ways?
Yeah, me and Viv and you.
Just a minute. What makes you think that I will pay part of that bill?
Because you were the one that got us fighting in the first place.
Well, I am not going to pay it.
Well, all right. But how will it sound at the bridge club tomorrow when I tell all the girls that the president of our bank was seen crawling through the bedroom window of a certain attractive divorcee at 11 o'clock at night?
We'll split it 3 ways. Good night.